Last Wednesday, I took a day trade short on GBPJPY. I'm sorry for journaling this so late. I'm a little bit behind schedule, but let's take the analysis anyway. The replay tool is very buggy, so I'm gonna stay on the M5 time frame here for the most part. So as you can see, when I zoom this out, we have a ton of equals here. You see all these equals resting here, and we have this overall leg that we kept sweeping the retracement highs here. You see that? First retracement high, we sweep this as inducement, we put in another equal low here. Then we come up again, we re-sweep this as the inducement, and we put another low here, okay? And I thought just because of how many re-sweeps we have seen and how many equals we have put here in place, I thought that this is now our reference leg, okay? I didn't expect price to need another re-sweep of this to further mitigate this, but this to be the final inducement, okay? This was basically the bet behind the trade. And I really liked how this presented itself. We have our trap. So you can see we have London high here. Then we get our trap, okay? We sweep London high. Then we break lower, making these little equals here. And then we are stopping all these people that are trying to short here, thinking, oh, okay, session sweep, mitigating this order block. All these people get swept, okay? All these people getting stopped out here. So we had our trap, early New York, making the trap. Then we come lower. So you see how early New York is all, first of all bullish just before, all bearish before we open. Then we are bullish right away. Stopping more people out. Maybe some people have the stops about this order block here. Then we are tapping into this nice top area, you know, the high premium area of this leg after sweeping all these order blocks here. And then we have the strong break of structure. So we had the trap, we had the tap of all this here. And looking to the left again, I thought this was the final inducement because this is also the premium of the leg, you know. If I put the tool here, doesn't let me. If I put the tool here, this is all high premium. So I really was betting on this all coming together, you know, this high to be strong and ultimately, I'm sorry. Let me zoom back in. So ultimately I thought, okay, London session before London open, before New York open, we have the trap, we have the mitigation. This should hold. So this was probably the New York trap and then the play to take price lower and to finally sweep all this liquidity resting here. So this was the analysis. Normally I wait for an M15 close that is good, okay? Normally I would wait for something like that, but I have observed GJ and I thought if I wait for an M15 move, I might be left out in the dust. So I thought this, hey, this looks so clean on the M5, man, and this, if the sequence would be different, this could be an M15 close like that. I was like kind of playing with me to justify entering, and it just looked so clean on the M5 that I was just waiting for it. But this is the trick, you know. This is where I went wrong. One leg is should never be the reason you enter. It's so important to wait for a second leg, to be honest, and or for that M15 close at least. Look how that went on the M15, the biggest rejection of club history, and it just absolutely smoked me. And I was wrong on this one. I should have waited for a second leg or for at least for the M15 close. And yeah, not a bad trade, I would say, but a little premature, a little bit too confident, but at least we had the trap in early New York or just before New York. So yeah, if this would happen again, I would wait for a little more. But so it's a valuable lesson. You have to know that my swing trading experience is so much bigger than my day trading experience. I was off day trading for so long. So yeah, you're gonna see me make some mistakes and also learn from them. And this was a valuable lesson, really valuable. And in the end, I was kind of wrong, or I was wrong, but I was expecting that if this breaks, then that we have this as the final inducement and then finally come for all the equals. So this was option 2 for the day, kind of. And on the M15, you see, we re-sweep this high, inducing this, tapping into this order block up here. And ultimately, we create the M15 entry, but this was so late and I just had a loss. I didn't really have the balls to take that right after the loss, and it was really, really late, almost 12 p.m. So I stayed out of this one. Was actually quite nice on the M15. Well, kind of choppy on the M5 to be honest, but clean on the M15. 2 established legs, but also it's so late in the day, so I was passing up on this one, but it ultimately absolutely melted. And I think it would have even hit the take profit later on. Let me fast forward this. No, actually, it wouldn't. I was in my mind, it was hitting TP here and taking out the equals, but I remembered that wrong. Anyway, that was the conclusion of the trade. It was just a little too early. I should have entered somewhere up here and then take my profits under London or something like that. So it could have been something like this. Tapping in the inducement OB just in case it doesn't sweep it, which it didn't here. Taking profits in London under London low, because a London sweep can always reverse price. Would have been a nice winner, but as I said, I was actually not at the charts anymore even, I think, because it was so late, and I think I wouldn't have had the balls to take that just after the loss. But yeah, it was a solid trade, you know, but still a lesson to learn, because solid is often not good enough, you know. You really have to be so, like, always remembering that less is more. Like, if you see a solid trade, passing up on this takes strength, man. And this is what I have to still learn. Because the solid trades, they're fine, but there's clean stuff. The stuff that you're like lipping your lips and you just want to be in the trade. That is worth waiting for, and you're gonna avoid losses like this. So always keep that in mind. Patience pays. Nothing, no skill does pay us more in trading than being patient and being really, really picky with our setup. So keep that in mind. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.